Rise and shine. We get up with the sun here in balmy California. Even when there is no sun and it isn't balmy. Good morning, Toad.
Oh, speaking of balmy, look who's here.
Hello.
Did we order a breakfast, Renfield?
This is one of my very best ideas that is never going to happen. The psychic restaurant. No menus, no wine list. We always know what you want. I saw pancakes for you.
Well, maybe what you saw was your nose being flattened when the door slammed in your face. I have a breakfast appointment.
Please, I brought the information you paid me for. Don't you want it? I saw you this morning. You came to me with C.C. Capwell. I saw his heart fail. I thought you putting a dagger or something through his heart.
Oh, that serves him right.
Is that what you came here to do? Something awful to Eden's daddy? Just curious.
You call that information? I didn't want you to go into a trance. I wanted you to go into files and wallets and private conversations. Get her out of here.
I know things about you. Remember that. Hey.
Oh, your hotcakes just arrived. Come on in. Let's get to work.
Me? What am I working on?
Oh, didn't I tell you? You're about to become the next Deep Throat.
What do you mean, am I up? No, I always make international calls in my sleep. Oh, they're fine. Chip has one of those rashes, you know? Yeah. Adriana, I swear she's growing at night, like a bamboo or something. Yeah. Work? Well, you remember those takeover worries we were worried about? Well, guess who's in town and staying at the Capitol Hotel? Robert Barr. And guess who just walked in the door? Yeah, Rick and Kelly. Yeah, I will. I will. I love you too. Bye. So where were you two?
Oh.
I thought you were supposed to be back yesterday. What are you doing?
The weather in Pie de la Cuesta?
Pie
de la Cuesta. It was awful. The roads were washed out.
Yeah.
It was...
Listen, excuse me, but I have to take a shower, get some scrambled eggs before I'm fit for company, okay? So...
Oh, let me take that and put that in a safe place in my office for you.
No, I have a safe deposit box back at the hotel.
But they charge by the day, and it's no trouble.
Oh, I wouldn't think of imposing. See you later.
Hello, Rick. Goodbye, Rick. What was that all about?
Oh, the envelope. We had to go pick that up for Rick's father.
No, that's not what I meant. Since when do you two get so cute with each other?
That wasn't cute. Was that cute? No, no.
What if you kill him?
Yeah, what if I do?
Not only will that not make up for what happened to Jamie, but it's going to saddle you with more than you could ever possibly handle.
Hi.
Good morning.
Oh, I don't think so. Are you pretending to be asleep again?
I'm sorry you're so unhappy.
I don't think so.
You came home late. You came to bed and you didn't say anything, and neither did I. That's not pretending.
What is it you don't like about me now?
It's not you, it's me.
What changed?
I changed. But then I changed back again.
To what?
Nothing. I don't know.
Laura, have you been unfaithful to me?
No.
Great, I'm sorry I asked.
I'm sorry you felt you had to.
No, it's just funny things go through your mind when your wife is 3 floors down with another man. Well, 3.5, actually. I guess it's one of the hazards of modern time. You know, you take things for granted. Elevators, you just think that they're going to respond like they're supposed to. But the truth is, you never can tell.
I've been looking for you, my boy.
Funny you're back.
Yeah, I thought the rest of you moved out. I went in the house, no one was there.
Well, Mom had to go someplace.
Well, how'd she get there? By ambulance? She never gets up before 10.
I think you should yell at her when she gets home.
Oh, you do? About what?
I just think you should.
Well, what's she been doing?
I think you should tell her that you're her boyfriend and buy her a sweater with stuff on it. Like birds or something.
Ben, are you telling me there's another guy? Oh, great. That's great. I've been going how long? A week? I'll put birds on her all right now.
Brandon, how you doing? Something wrong?
I hate all adults.
Well, you know, sometimes I feel the same way.
They all act like two people at once.
It's true, some do.
One of them's nice, and one of them's not. One of them pays attention to you, and the other one doesn't.
One of them you kind of think you know, and the other one you're almost afraid of. Michael? Michael? Michael?
Ethan, what are you doing?
I'm breaking and entering.
Never mind.
No. Let me get it. It's fine.
So I think it's probably lucky for Michael's sake that he wasn't here when you got here, huh?
Well, he's a master of timing, I'll give him that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, wherever I am, they manage not to be.
Who's they?
Oh, my wife and your brother?
Ethan, come on. How many times do I have to tell you my brother is not the type to have an affair with a married woman?
Well, I think that maybe he's making an exception in my case.
Just ask him. Just ask him. He'll tell you the truth.
Well, now, I know all about Michael's particular virtues.
Okay, then ask your wife.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm sure they're just close friends, inseparable friends. Maybe they have a secret club, you know, with secret handshakes and all that. And I'm certain that it's entirely innocent, and I'm just being entirely irrational.
I'm not saying that. Okay, granted, I think that they're probably a little better friends than they should be, too. But an affair, Ethan, I don't think so.
Well, would you tell me, is there really that much of a difference between doing the deed and contemplating it?
You're asking a pregnant woman that question, Ethan, and I would have to say that, yes, there is a difference.
Touche.
Touche. So what would you have done if you would have found Michael here when you got here?
Well, I would have yelled and thrown things.
Oh, would that have made you feel better to yell and throw things?
No. What is it?
Nothing, just the baby's getting her 2 cents in.
Could I feel?
Just this once.
I knew it. I must be psychic.
Where have you been?
At the front desk, among other places.
I was very worried.
Yeah, after $300 in room service charges, you ought to be.
Oh, I was going to take care of that yesterday. Here. Now, do I get a kiss?
Where'd you get the wad?
My employer.
What, you writing horoscopes now?
Robert Barr is my employer.
Right. Where'd you get this, Sandra?
Well, I didn't steal it, Rick, and certainly not from you. Why, do you have money? I mean, you must to be living here, but I mean lying around.
The only thing I have lying around is an extra room key, which I'll be more careful with in the future.
Don't be mad. I just thought you might want someone to come home to, that's all.
I'm not mad, all right? But, speaking of lying around...
I thought you'd never ask.
I met me. Alone. I need a shower and a nap.
I think you look great.
You ought to be locked up.
That's a thought.
Where'd you get the money?
I told you. Robert Barr. He just decided that he had use for my particular talents. What? You're the one who said that I might be a gold mine if anybody knew what to do with me.
What exactly did he do with you?
I'm not that kind of a girl. Or am I? Jealous? Well, don't worry. I saved myself for you. All through.
Well, hold that thought, okay? While I get cleaned up and dressed.
What for?
You don't want me looking like a slob when you introduce me to Mr. Barr.
Robert Barr?
Makes sense.
The takeover king taking aim at us?
Well, he's not on vacation. In fact, I don't think the man takes vacations.
Has he done anything yet?
Not yet. Although I do have our subsidiary sending us a roster of all the new major stockholders. I'm sure he's smart enough not to be that obvious, but you never know.
Does Daddy know?
Only that Barr's in town.
Well, that's enough to send his blood pressure back up to normal. Normal for him.
Yeah, but Daddy is not to be involved, and I mean it. This is my company, and I can match Robert Barr dirty trick for dirty trick if I have to.
Speaking of dirty, we also have Mason.
Maybe, if he doesn't become part of the problem.
How? Why would he?
Forget about Mason, just unpack.
Here?
I'm inviting you to stay until Cruz gets back.
Oh, and I'm accepting?
Of course you are. I need all the trustworthy help I can get. Besides, this just isn't our company. I want it to provide for our children when we grow up.
This could be fun. Winning's always fun.
Yeah, I suppose it could be fun. If?
No ifs. I've taken enough losses in the past year, and I have a feeling this dog's day has finally come.
Good. Good girl. Good girl.
I meant it as a figure of speech.
All right, okay, watch your step. Okay? Now watch your head. All right, your midsection. Okay, just keep your eyes closed, all right? Ready? Okay, open them.
We're at your house. I knew we were coming here.
Yeah, come on, but look around. What are you doing?
I'm looking around. You told me to look around. I'm looking around. What am I looking for?
Well, you're supposed to notice that the place is almost finished.
I did notice. The place looks great. Somebody did a beautiful job.
You're looking at him.
You did this?
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
Bravo. It looks great. You're probably going to double your money, Scott.
What money?
The money that you and Heather paid for this place.
Well, I already told you that I paid her off her half of the deposit.
I think that was a good idea because now whatever you make, you're going to be able to keep, or whatever you guys arranged to do. Breakfast. You said you were going to buy me breakfast, and I am starving right now.
All right, I see. That's what the problem is. Well, maybe I shouldn't discuss anything else with you until you get some food into that empty stomach, huh?
Anything else? Like what?
Don't worry about it. It'll keep. Why don't we go down to the beach bar, and I'll get you one of those chili omelets.
Coming in. I don't like to go down there when it's like this.
Well, all right, fine. Well, let's go somewhere else then.
What'll keep?
Oh, watch out. The one-track mind is switch tracks from food.
Well, I mean, you brought me here. You obviously wanted to show me the house, right? And you obviously want me to approve of it. So you've got to have some little plan up that sleeve. What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, you figured it out, huh?
You're not going to sell this house, are you?
Why should I? A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this house.
Yeah, Scott, but whose tears?
Celeste, we have a history here. We met in this very same room.
I know that, Scott, but this isn't Coach Santino's house anymore.
No, it's not. And I want it to be ours. I want you to move in with me.
So this was the general area?
Yeah.
Where you guys drink a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of territory. How do you know Leo Mitchell?
I don't.
You're lying.
I knew of him from the papers when I lived in Boston.
He was your lover, just like Michael Donnelly was your lover.
No, Ethan, you don't understand. I knew Michael, yes, but
And Leo Mitchell.
I knew of him. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know any of the rest of it.
Yeah, well, just like you and me. I guess I know your name, but I don't know anything about Michael or Leo or Jamie.
Jamie was my son.
Was? Now, what'd you do? Did you turn him out just like you're planning to turn me out?
He's dead, Ethan, please.
I want you to tell me everything.
Leo Mitchell took Jamie to get back at Michael. Michael lived with me. He'd shot Leo's brother, and when Michael went after him, there was a terrible accident. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Lieutenant Boswell, Mrs. Asher. Is your husband there?
No, I'm afraid he isn't. Can I have him give you a call?
Do you know where I can reach him? This is very important.
No, I'm sorry, I don't. Can I tell him what it's about?
Tell him it's about the Leo Mitchell incident, and tell him I have an eyewitness. He'll know what I'm talking about. Mrs. Asher?
Mr. Barr?
Yeah, make sure it's decaf this time, please.
Robert, put down that silly paper and pay attention to me.
This silly paper appears to be the highest product of American culture at this moment in history. You, on the other hand, just appear to be high.
He always talks like that.
Who is this?
Rick Castillo. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Barr.
Oh, you're not meeting me, you're just refilling my coffee.
No. I think you have me confused with your waiter.
Rick is a very good friend of mine, and he wanted to be introduced to you.
All of us who've made a career in business really admire how you keep us guessing what you're going to do next.
Oh, and what business have you made a career of?
Mostly investments, abroad.
And I'm the lucky broad. I was just thinking that you could probably use a man of Rick's capabilities.
No, I don't have anything to use him for.
Well, I know different.
Well, you know everything except when to shut up and when to leave.
Sandra, obviously Mr. Barr's very busy right now. We're sorry if we've bothered you. Come on.
Robert, I'm talking to you.
No, you just think you are. Come on.
Good afternoon. Enjoy your lunch.
Do you know who you were just talking to?
Yeah. Is that all I had to do to impress you?
You building a fire?
Yep, that's right. All through breakfast and all morning, you kept talking about how chilly you were.
Oh, just the fog. Every time I look at it, it just gives me the chills.
So, what'd you think?
I think that the master bedroom is really beautiful. You did a great job.
Thank you.
I love all the windows.
Yeah, but?
Why did you gut that dressing closet? I mean, you took out all the shelves, all the clothing rods, everything. It's empty.
Well, I thought that it would make a really nice nursery.
Yeah, that's what I thought you thought.
Why? Is there any objection?
Well, who am I to object, Scott? I mean, this is your house.
Celeste.
I was thinking about a couple of things up there. I mean, first of all, the baby's not even born yet. And second of all, you're not positive that you're going to get part-time custody of the child.
Well, I choose to think positive.
Yeah, either that or you're thinking of us having kids, and I told you that there's a possibility that I may not be able to.
Well, I'm choosing to think positively about that, too.
You're also choosing to put a tremendous amount of pressure on me right now, Scott. What if things don't work out the way that you think that they're going to? We wake up every morning looking at this little bunny rabbit wallpaper in the nursery, and I'm gonna feel terrible.
Sweetheart, even if Heather wins the case, I can't believe in a million years that after everything is settled, she's going to try and keep that baby away from me.
Are you psychic all of a sudden?
No, Nick, look, you just have to understand, okay? Heather never wanted children in the first place.
Is that one of the reasons that, you two broke up? I mean, besides me.
It was right up there, yeah.
Now you have everything, right? You have the house and you have the baby. All that's missing is Heather.
Wait a minute. I'm not missing Heather.
I mean, I can just hear her right now. Gee, Celeste, first you take my man and then you take my address. What do you think we are, interchangeable?
Wait, why should we worry what Heather thinks?
I don't. Unless you think the same things.
I thought you were going to have lunch.
You going to make me wait out in the hall?
Hell, it's your hotel. Come on in. You want a drink? You want to take off your clothes? Shimmy around the front window here?
Why were you talking to Robert Barr?
Because he was there.
What were you talking about?
Oh, something about American culture. Pretty highbrow stuff.
How did you meet him?
There was this chain letter.
How does Sandra know him?
You know, Kelly, I'm getting the feeling we're not friends anymore.
So am I. What's the big secret, Rick?
There's no big secret. I'm just looking for what we're all looking for. Huh? Room with a view, room for advancement.
A job? Well, if it's a job you're looking for...
What are you going to do, hire me, Kelly? Put me in the steno pool, chase me around your desk?
Still sealed. So you're not completely without redeeming social value.
Oh, please, stop that. You'll give me a swelled head. So, since when have you had the hot pants for Robert Barr anyway?
It's what he's got the hot pants for that worries me.
Well, I didn't know we had company.
But he's choosier than some, I'll give him that.
Come on, Kelly, that's no way to talk about a lady.
I wasn't.
Thank you.
Why is it that you can't keep your clothes on for more than 10 minutes at a time?
What's the matter, Rick? You embarrassed? Heaven forbid that Kelly Capwell should think any less of you.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, I see. What is it that you want with her?
She came to the door.
But you always do give her your bedroom eyelids at half-mast.
I wish you'd find something else to look at rather than my eyelids.
She's too dumb for you, Rick. Pretty, but dumb.
I don't think you want to play dueling IQs with everybody I talk to.
But she is rich, isn't she? Maybe that's what you're angling for, a job. Executive in charge of keeping a smile on Miss Capwell's face.
What's wrong now? You having a seizure?
What's in here?
None of your business. Like practically everything else about me that you find so interesting to talk about.
I can get you what you want, Rick. Keep you happy along the way. She can't.
The only thing you know about me, lady, is the geography. You keep that in mind.
Hi.
Michael, where have you been? I've been all over looking for you. I've been here 3 times already today.
What?
I get here this morning and I find Ethan Asher here ready to tear the place apart.
Why was Ethan Asher here?
Because he thinks you're sleeping with his wife.
Well, I'm not.
Well, I know that. I told him that. And another thing, Michael, isn't this where you usually keep your gun? How come your gun isn't in here?
Well, an office visit. It must be important.
I didn't like the way we left things this morning.
Well, there have been a lot of mornings like it.
A call came for you at the house, Lieutenant Boswell, but I guess you already got the message.
Well, actually, I did, but thanks.
He said something about a new witness?
Yes, that's right. Excuse me, you wanted to come back? No, it's fine. We weren't talking about anything in depth. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, Laura. Oh, could you close the door on your way out? Mrs. Asher.
Hi.
Have a seat.
Tell me, does this, look accurate?
Yeah. It was the same night we had that tool fog and you couldn't even see your feet.
What were we doing down on the beach?
Well, I practically lived there. I party there every night.
You'd been drinking.
Well, I was pretty warmed up. Saw this guy hanging around. I thought it might be Thruster. I had to practically get in his face to see it was some stranger, and he kind of jumped like he wasn't supposed to be there.
Well, you know, I want to show you some pictures. Would you tell me if you recognize anybody?
That's him.
No, that can't be. He's out of circulation. Are you sure?
Yeah. Is this his name, Leo Mitchell?
Yeah, go on.
Well, it spooked me. I didn't want to be bumping up against no axe murders in the night, so I started heading back. That's when I heard the shot.
Well, are you sure it was a gun? I mean, have you heard a gun being shot before?
Sure. Well, that's all I'm going to say about it.
What direction was it coming from?
I don't know. Everything carries in the fog, but I thought, hey, maybe this guy's a gun freak. So I tried to pick a way around so I wouldn't run right into him, but I did. I fell right on top of him.
Did he say anything?
He wasn't breathing. That's when I freaked out. I started running down the beach. Then all of a sudden I started to think, hey, maybe this guy's not as dead as he looked. So I thought, well, what if he needs an ambulance or something? I better get back there to that spot. If I don't go back now, I'll never find it again. So I went back, and abracadabra, the guy's gone.
Did you see any footprints?
This stiff did not walk away. It looked more like somebody dragged him away.
Who?
What do I look like, Columbo?
Well, did you see anyone else there?
Yeah, there was this guy, but he's always hanging around the beach.
Do you know who it is?
Well, he just started to blend in with the landscape like me. It's like...
Do you know his name? Would you tell me?
Donnelly. Michael Donnelly.
I'm not saying that I need a place of my own. I just don't want to live somewhere that I feel belong to you and Heather. That's all.
Heather's name was on the title, that's all. She never lived here. She never even wanted to live here,
Come on,
really.
Scott. She planned the plan. She nailed the nails in this house. She helped you pick every single feature. I don't want to be somewhere that I feel belong to the two of you.
Well, what do you want to do, Celeste? Do you want to stay the way things are? You want to keep living with your two sisters?
Why can't we just get our own apartment?
Why? Why should we pay a landlord when we should be providing for our own future?
Because I don't feel like this is mine, Scott.
This is so ironic. You know that? I had almost the same exact conversation in this very room with Heather. She didn't want to live here because she knew this is where you and I first met, and she thought all my memories were going to be of me and you.
Oh, that's just great. So what did you tell her, Scott? We'll make our own memories? Celeste doesn't mean a thing to me? I'm sure you probably tried to convince her of that. Well, you probably conceived your child in this house, didn't you? Great. So you want me to move in, so we'll always have that to look back on when we're old and without children? I'm not doing it, Scott. No.
Wait a minute. You know, wait a second, Celeste. No, I don't understand you. This isn't a haunted house. It's just wood and stone, and it's waiting for life to begin in it.
Yes, and the blueprints call for a new pillow and a new chest of drawers, and they're not going to be mine, Scott. I'm not doing it.
Get that, would you please, Renfield? If it's on two legs and between the ages of 16 and 96, tell it to leave.
I want to see Mr. Barr, please.
Well, I suppose you qualify. Come on in. Would you mind leaving your wheels out in the hall?
Would you leave your watch out in the hall?
Well, who do we have here? I hope you're not going to ask me for a job.
My name is Brandon, and I want to know if you're going to marry my mom.
No.
Then what are you going to do with her?
Well, who's your mom?
Gina Timmons.
Oh, I see. Well, if we're going to have a man-to-man talk here, maybe we should have a drink.
I know you don't have milk.
Oh, you're wrong there. That's one of my favorites.
My stepfather used to drink milk all the time. He's in Mexico, and he might come back, so you better get your own girlfriend. Mom's busy enough as it is.
Well, Brandon, your mom and I only have a business relationship.
I'm not dumb for my age. And even if I was, I wouldn't believe that. For one thing, she can't even count. So save your milk. I don't want any. And watch your step.
What Santa Barbara-based firm is international in scope, has electronic, pharmaceutical, chemical, and real estate holdings all over the world, and had its CEO replaced this year by a blonde bubblehead whose only previous work experience was filing her own fingernails.
You haven't revived the old Mrs. Capwell's cookies, have you?
Whose hotel are we sitting in?
Capwell Enterprises? That's Barr's target?
I have it on very good authority. I'm awfully close to the source.
That's not enough for a story.
What are you talking about? Can't you give me 3 lines in your financial column? You know, anonymous tipster says. You do it all the time. Come on, just call me Deep Throat.
That one's been taken. What about Big Mouth?
You having fun?
Funny, you're back.
What's his name? I always like to know whose neck I'm breaking. Who? You're sitting here whispering to some goon with your chest in your plate, the scratcho, for the whole world to see, and now you're gonna pretend like you miss Lonely Hearts now that I'm back?
Buddy, it was nobody. It was just some business.
Oh. When have you ever had any visible means of support aside from your high heels?
Buddy, will you please just sit down? I'll explain. Come on,
This better
come on,
be
come
good.
on, come on, come on. I got a job, okay? I thought it'd be something I could do to keep me out of trouble during my idle hours while I was waiting for you to come back and peel me grapes.
What kind of job?
Well, it's kind of freeform.
Oh. Whose form and how free?
I'm working for Robert Barr, if you must know.
Oh, right. That's perfect. What are you doing, baking microchips in your oven?
Brandon? Hi, Mom. Cowboys didn't even bring their horses into fancy restaurants.
I'm not staying. I just wanted to let you know that Robert Barr won't be giving us any more trouble.
Ow! What was that for?
Look at the influence you've been on this child. What'd you do, Brandon? Put a contract out on him?
I went up to his room and told him to keep his distance, if he knows what's good for him.
He's staying here at the hotel?
Ow! Robert Barr is my friend. You two cannot tell me how to live my life.
Why not? You tell us how to live ours.
Stop it! Hit him!
See what he's like?
Come on, Brandon. We're not wanted here. Where is the sluggard? Who the hell are you?
I think you got the wrong room.
Hey, I don't care how much money he's got. And I don't care how many women he's got per square inch of his bank statement. Didn't his mama teach him that life is not a department store?
I'll drop a memo immediately.
Hey, he cannot just point at something and it belongs to him. You got that? Even if it walks and talks and has a child and has a God-given soul of its own, all he's got to do is sign for it and it belongs to him? Is that what he thinks just because the name Robert Barr makes him a human credit card?
Who is it now? I'm Robert Barr.
Oh, geez. Tell him what I said.
He thinks your mother neglected your education.
No, it's true. Her instructional value from the grave was limited.
I'm sorry. For her sake. But I'm sure she doesn't want her little boy treating another little boy's mother like a toy.
You must be Bunny.
Who told you that?
Who?
Bunny. You know. The one who wears dresses.
There's more in the car.
But I thought you said no.
You love the house, Scott. You want to keep it.
But you don't.
No. But I love you, and I want to keep you.
Baby. It wasn't an ultimatum. Look, why don't we do what you said, all right? We'll get another place so it'll be both of ours. It won't be just mine.
No, you were right, Scott. It wouldn't be either of ours. Why should you be punished for the fact that I never saved a cent in my life? It's not fair.
It's not a matter of money.
But it is. Kind of. You worked so hard for this place. You earned this. I don't want to keep you from things that you want.
Yeah, but baby, I don't want it to be a possession. I want this to be our home.
And it will be. Look, it doesn't matter who lived or argued or slept in this house. Be it Heather or Coach Santino, that's not important. There's not a place on this earth where someone hasn't lived or died. We'll make it our home. I'll try for you so hard, Scott.
I love you.
Michael. Look, you have to get out of town right away.
No.
Then you know.
I know that Ethan may come looking for me, yeah.
Well, then hurry up and get out of here. I mean, he's probably on his way right now. But look, even if they find you, you can still deny everything. I mean, the kid was drunk, it was dark and foggy. He doesn't even really know what he saw.
What do you mean, what kid?
Bone. He told Ethan that he saw you there the night that Leo was killed.
So Leo's dead.
We haven't got time to talk about it. You've got to get out of here.
You listen to me. Now, whatever happens, you have nothing to be afraid of. Do you understand me? You're going to be safe.
From what? I'm not afraid of Ethan.
Look, no, I don't mean the man. I mean the district attorney.
Oh, my God.
You got nothing to be afraid of. Do you understand me? Just let me handle it.
Well, that's my wife, fast on her feet.
Look, whatever you want to say or think you want to say, just hold on. I'll talk to you, but not right now, all right? I don't want to talk right now.
Tough. The reason my wife beat me here was because I had to make a little stop to pick up a warrant to search your premises. Excuse me.
Well, if you're ashamed of yourself, you should be.
I guess, I must appear pretty ridiculous to you.
Yeah, right now you do.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did. You weren't listening.
Oh, foolish me. Oh, lucky me. I guess it's not everyone that earns his right into, your pillow talk, huh?
Buddy, I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you have a drink?
I thought there was a certain thing between us that was understood. Understood and accepted and private.
Look, Bunny, I hardly know Robert Barr. But I'm interested in the man. The whole world's interested in him.
So what do you think of me, Gina, huh? You think I'm some kind of freak? You think you can find me slung over a stool in a gay bar with a long cigarette holder? Doing imitations of Mae West, trying to make the boys laugh?
No, Bunny, of course not. You're my best friend. You get out of bounds sometimes.
Oh, hey, Gina, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it anymore, okay? Because from now on, I'm going to stay in my cage. No more proposals to laugh up your sleeve, all right? And every time I come into the living room, you do not have to stop yourself from gagging because I won't be in the living room. I won't be anywhere, okay? Which, I'm sure, will be a wonderful topic of conversation someday when you can't fall asleep. Ciao, baby.
Isn't it?
What?
The fog. The way it kind of sneaks in and covers everything, hides everything that was there just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it does.
Why are you doing this to him?
You mean you don't know? Why did you get here as fast as your runner legs could carry you?
Look, it's obvious what you think. You made no secret of it. You tried to convince my sister this morning when you were here without a warrant. Right? I am not sleeping with your wife, okay?
Do you really think that's why we're here?
I don't know why.
If that were the case, I'd use other methods, which I am not ruling out.
Ethan, I'm not sure what it is we're looking for, but I haven't found anything unusual.
Well, keep your eyes open. I'm sure it's right under our noses. A man like Donnelly has the habit of underestimating the rest of the world.
You know, I can't do a print check until we get the records on Mitchell from Boston.
Michael, you wear a wristwatch, don't you?
Yeah.
Then why would you also have a pocket watch? Like this one. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Leo Mitchell have a pocket watch? Bingo. LM, Leo Mitchell. Why don't you bring Donnelly down for questioning?
Why? Even a DA has to have reasons.
Because I'm convinced that you murdered Leo Mitchell, and I'm going to prove it.